So, Andre, also known to most people out there as ATB, welcome to Amsterdam. Welcome to ADE.
It's great for me to be here. It's actually my first time. I never been here before. I always had the opportunity, but I had gigs or it always was the same. ADE, don't have time. This is my first time, and I'm excited. It looks really great.
You've actually just preempted my first question. Have you been reading my notes or something?
Yeah, I have good eyes, No, I can't read this.
I was going to ask you, how many times have you come into ADE?
Yeah, really, I could imagine that this was the first question, so I want to do it. Yeah.
It's a great vibe, though, isn't it? Do you feel it?
It is. Yeah, it is.
Serious,
As I said before, it's very compressed. Everybody's here. You meet a lot of people you don't see often. It's always the same. All these DJs, all the people you work with, you just see them on things like this here. And actually, I don't like this. This messen. What's the name for it? We had it. The conferences. Yeah, it's always very. I don't like too much people compress. But here it's a nice feeling.
It's a great.
It's a really great
it's
feeling.
In the water. I'm sure it's in the water.
Yeah,
for sure. Actually, what I wanted to ask was your first time to Holland, your first time to Amsterdam as a DJ. Do you remember that? I mean, is there a highlight when you first came to Amsterdam? Is an anecdote which will tell your children's children?
Not really. I don't. To be honest, I didn't play very often here in Amsterdam, and my last time in Holland were this is a couple of weeks ago, and it's always great, to be honest. But I'm more outside from Europe. I've been doing more gigs outside of Europe. I'm even not very often in Germany these times. It seems like our kind of music is spreading really far, and so I'm always happy to be near my home because it's just 2 hours from home now, and it's always great to be at home.
So of course Amsterdam also means for today, Dance4Life. It's the birthplace of Dance4Life, and you're one of its newest ambassadors.
Yes.
Welcome. I put my hat on as Dance4Life. It's great to have people like you on board.
Yeah, it's great for me also as I get the requests. There was no long time to think about it. It's a very important thing, and whatever I can do for that, I have to do. It's not think about it, or is it a good, or is it good for It's just do it and don't think about it, and let's see what we can figure out.
But the best thing. I mean, one of the best things straight away by kind of putting your hands up and saying, I support Dance4Life, is that of course you have an audience.
Yeah.
And your audience, just as much as they perhaps see that you're wearing a black jacket, perhaps this influences, as an opinion leader.
Yeah.
It's very important to make dance, the whole Dance4Life educational ethos and direction cool, so to speak.
This was what in this moment I thought about. It's very clear. Dance4Life needs people who speak out the message, and I'm so often on the road. I'm in South America, Asia, North America, Australia. There's such a lot of stations. I make a stop, when on these stations I can shout out and talk for you and talk about the problems and talk about forget a lot of things. This is very important, and so like I said before, it's of course a great opportunity for me and for you to also on my website to spread out all the informations you want to give the people, and so I'm really proud that we can do it together now, and that I have the opportunity to speak for you in all these important terms.
It's interesting to hear that you're kind of quite busy in what we in the first world term as the third world.
Yeah.
And your association, being a star in your own right in these territories, in these countries, and obviously I imagine that from now on that you will carry the We Support Dance4Life branding, amongst your publicity, etc. That's that actually has a lot more. Well, no, it has far more impact with the youth in these countries.
Yeah.
Where it's almost like royalty visiting and seeing the association, as opposed to perhaps an overcrowded world of ours here in the West.
Yeah,
Can you take that for me, please?
no, it's you know, it's that's the point. You know, these countries, these countries where I'm on the road, you know, are often these countries where we have these problems. You know, and so it's not. It's still necessary also in the West European countries, you know. Even in these countries, we shouldn't forget the problems, you know. It's that is my opinion, that a lot of people doesn't think about it anymore. It seems like it's getting normal, you know, and it's the media also doesn't talk about that much anymore as they have done it 10 years ago. So we shouldn't forget it here in this area, but there's a lot of areas worldwide where we have to speak more to the people, because this problem is more bigger than we have it here. So and yeah, yeah. So if I can help there, I will do it. I promise. And this is what I'm looking forward into future. So we're thinking about what we can do, you know, and I think it's a good thing. Everybody who's coming to my website, everybody who's coming to my gig, they will get also information. They get the links to you. Brilliant. And you know, if you are an opinion leader, it's good that you have some messages also.
It's a position of responsibility. You know,
yeah.
I think the whole world sees as a dance music industry as something irresponsible.
Yeah.
But actually, it is a position of responsibility, because
it is
the focus of these people.
Yeah.
I mean, you can certainly rely on us from Till Late to be backing up any message that you have to say in the name of Dance4Life.
Yeah.
Till Late supports Dance4Life. We'll create your own URL, as I told you earlier on.
Yeah.
So we can put all the information in there and, you know, get it out to another 2.5 million.
What is also what I think is really important, you know, the people I talk to, and I see, and they see me, you know, these are these people who are still in an age where it's very important to talk to them, you know. They are young people, and these young people still are able to get all this information, and they need this information, you know. And this is the reason why I think it's very important that also all these governments should more take care about it, that people like we are, like people who the young people listen to, that I think sometimes we can better spread any informations than any governments can do it with any, you know, advertisements and things like this, because nobody is interested in this. But if there's anybody, oh, I like his music or something like that, you more listen to these people. And this is the reason why I think you or Dance4Life should get more power also from the government sides, you know, and more power from a lot of other major sides.
It's very refreshing to hear you say that. I mean, I think that's a general consensus, but a lot of people aren't saying it. But that's, you know, exactly like the top down and bottom up.
Yeah.
And of course, you've already kind of shown your support for Dance4Life, in that you've donated a track.
Yeah.
To the current the first Dance4Life compilation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud, and I'm happy. It's the first track on the CD. Great.
Fantastic. Yeah. So we really look forward to pushing that.
Yeah, I hope everybody, you know, everybody who buy this CD, you know, do anything good, and so I please everybody. It's a nice CD, a lot of nice tracks on it, and so you do a good thing if you buy it. So I'm looking forward to see a lot of CDs in the homes of everybody.
Excellent. So coming full circle. Back to Amsterdam. Are you playing over the next couple of days?
No, not really. I actually go to home tonight. I'm just coming back from my US tour, and I'm really tired. As you can hear, my nose is, you know, I'm a little bit. I think I have a flu. So I'm really happy to be back home. But this time I wanted to see the ATB. This was the reason why I said, okay, this time I come here, see everything, and so I'm really happy to be here. And next time, I think next year I will play here. I have to see one of these parties, and of course the best thing is to play on one of these parties.
It's a great vibe in Amsterdam.
Yeah, it is.
It's the only place in the world that I've been to where I have to avoid people on the street that just want to hug you. You know?
Yeah, it's great. It's a nice feeling here, and so I'm looking for. I'm sure I've seen it now one time, and I'm sure from this year I'm here every year.
Well, let's hope we see each other this time next year, the latest again.
Yeah.
And then when I can ask you this question, you can tell me where you're playing.
Yeah. That sounds good. I will.
One last question. What's the question you hate being asked all the time?
what's your favorite food?
Yeah.
No, I think one of the questions are, you know, I'm doing music now since 15 years, and there's always the questions, when did you start DJing and things like this? You know, this is sometimes, for me, it's this long time ago, you know, and there are some things you don't want to talk about it anymore. You know?
Well, on that note, what is your favorite food?
Shut up.
Shut up juice.
Yeah, you know that?
Can you please have some shut up juice?
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Hey, Andre.
Thank you
very much. Welcome to the family.
Yeah,
Great.
we will do a lot of great things, I promise.
Fantastisch.
Fantastic.
Yes.
See you.